Alright, what's up everybody? This is Blade here. Now if you guys don't know who I am, I am a I'm a veteran of Neverwinter, and I came back to the game recently just to explore all the new things that Neverwinter brought to the uh, that Neverwinter have been incorporating. I've been developing through like most 16 up to now, the entire process. I just came back to look at it, and Neverwinter recently released a roadmap, and it's quite interesting. I cannot really show it right now, but it's basically about the type of content Neverwinter is gonna be. I gotta get rid of my companion real quick. Basically, it's about the type of content Neverwinter is gonna be putting out. Some people are like claustrophobic, so let me take this a little bit back. I should have done this before starting the recording. But anyways, guys, this is just after my stream. But basically, Neverwinter releases the roadmap, and it's basically about the future of Neverwinter and what it's gonna be releasing in the future, pretty much. That includes dungeons and a lot of dungeons and a lot more of dungeons. Um, the reason why Neverwinter future doesn't really look that bright to me is because Neverwinter is becoming more archaic in a sense. Um, and don't get me wrong, there are a lot of dungeon delvers game out there that have survived. I cannot list them, but it's actually sarcasm, guys. It's sarcasm. I don't think Neverwinter is gonna be successful if it continues on this path. Basically, their goal is to not work on PvP. Their goal is to not make a rich story that this game can actually flow with. Their goal is basically to please the dungeoneers. And I said dungeoneers because these guys, when they hear Dungeons and Dragons, all they want to see is dungeons, and this is because they have like a maxed out item level. They have hit the item level cap, and the only thing they can think about is just uh, it's just bronze work, like attacking stuff and just pretty much just attacking stuff, just farming ads, just killing ads and stuff like that. That's the only thing they can think about, and the best way to do it is basically uh, doing it and getting rewarded for it, right? And I know some of these guys can sit down and grind ads for hours, days, and they won't really get that bored as long as they keep getting reward for it. And that's not wrong. That's not, I mean, that's not bad. But again, the game is not going to be able to keep up with these guys if that's what the game is trying to focus on. Because once you start doing that, mini me, oh, what? Yo, what is this? Yo, I'm so sorry, guys. What is going on here? What is this video? No, no way. Let me spit him. Uh, bro. Oh, I don't. That's not mini me. His last name, his tag would have been Rising. But that was funny. That caught me off guard. Hello, Castle Never. Uh, yep. Let's do it, man. I guess I will show you guys my DPS. Who is this? Arcane Castle Never. Oh my god. Um, yeah. So just couple of my friends. Yo, this guy is trolling me, bro. I don't know. I don't even want to join them. All right, guys. Oh my god. What you want? There's a lot more Gale. YLE. I'm just poor, bro. Anyways, oh my god, I'm so sorry guys about this stream. I mean about this recording. I get very distraught about stuff. Anyways, so as I was saying guys, like once you start releasing dungeons, again these guys, right? It's not like you cannot just release a dungeon and put it out there for people to play and it's gonna make them satisfied. The problem is the reward stuff, right? In the first place, we don't have enough reward because these guys, when you put a dungeon out, they eat it. Like they chop that stuff like within 2 seconds. As soon as you put a dungeon out, these guys are in there and they are eating it up like non-stop, right? And they get bored super fast. So unless you guys are willing to release 6, 7, 8 dungeons at a time to keep these guys busy, dungeons is not really the right path for Neverwinter. Also, I don't know, like when people hear about Dungeons and Dragons, they just think about dungeons and and dragons, right? That's what they just think about. But well, Neverwinter players, that's what they think about. Um, but this game, like Dungeons and Dragons, is not just about Dungeons and Dragons. It's about people on adventures, right? The dragons are part of the adventures. These are uh, like higher tier challenges that you can face on the Avengers. And usually dungeons are part of the Avengers. Like sometimes Avengers will come across dungeons, but that isn't the main point of Dungeons and Dragons, right? Even though it says Dungeons and Dragons, like that really isn't the main part. That's just part of the exploration. When they say Dungeons and Dragons, they want you to keep in mind that the game is adventurous and there are going to be dungeons and then there are going to be adventures, which is dungeons, and then there are going to be huge challenges, which is dragons, right? But that doesn't mean that always dragons, always dungeons, right? If that's what the game was about, all you will have done basically, if you log in, you see you'll see dragons everywhere instead of AIs and mobs and stuff. Dragons will just be everywhere, and dungeons will just be everywhere. Now, the only thing here, guys, is the reason why I'm still talking about this is basically look at how many dungeons we have, right? These are crazy. These are a crazy lot of dungeons. crazy lots of dungeons, right? Now Neverwinter, they are saying that they want to what? They want to patch these stuff, like they want to revamp, like they want to revamp these maps and stuff, and that's pretty fine, to be honest. Like rework these stuff. When I think about it, it's pretty fine. But Neverwinter, like Cryptic, should not really get this in people's head that they are going to be releasing dungeons back to back to back, because trust me, that's not possible. Rewards is one of the main reasons that it's not going to be possible, because you guys already know, like VIP already have like a low reward issue nowadays because they are running out of stuff to put into the game, that is not going to block their way of monetizing the game. um, that made me. I'm busy, guys. No, I don't have time, guys. I don't have time. Um, so yeah, so again, like it's gonna be trouble for this game, to be honest. It's gonna be a whole lot of trouble. The same way the stuff where like make your own adventure, that's that thing, I already forgot the name. The same way it was causing trouble for the game, I feel like that's exactly the same thing that is going to happen once Neverwinter decide to depend on dungeons only and make the game that way. Now PvP, all we only want from PvP basically is a decent armor. That's what it did, okay? But then they realized that once we get the armor, we won't be doing anything too complicated, or we won't be trying harder to do anything else, like to hit the higher bar. And that's why they actually changed the stats in the game in Neverwinter. That's why they changed the stats, and basically the stats itself is not changed, guys. I actually did a crazy load of testing, and I got a crazy load of Zen, and I got these enchantments, and I tested every one of them out. And basically the game itself, they never changed. It never changed. Basically they just added these extra stuff to make the game a little more confusing for everybody, right? Basically the game got super confusing, and if you are somebody who is not patient, and well, actually patient really won't get you anywhere, to be honest. um, if you are a person who is like really determined and you really wanted to like make your class actually work, you will actually find yourself testing out many things, which is what I did, and then you will actually end up spending money on the game, right? So that was the tactics um, that they used, and it's quite disgusting, guys. And I want people to play this game, but I don't want people to fall to things like this, and I don't want the company to continue on this route. But I don't see this changing in the future. But basically, none of the stats in this game changed. The only thing that changed here is they limited us from the amount of encounters we can have. They limited us from getting AP, so we cannot solo dungeons. We cannot have enough fun unless we go to extreme measures. And Neverwinter, like those guys asking for dungeons, I really don't know how you guys are still going to monetize the game if you start releasing dungeons. It requires you guys to release PVE rewards, which also in turn is going to limit you guys financially, because nobody's going to be spending as long as they as long as people have guilds, and guilds, that's why guilds does, they work together, and they are able to like work up together, up from like the very bottom. Like you will be surprised like how many people are okay with being at a lower level as long as they have friends with them, you know. That's why that's how social engineering works. Like once you can like get people to get satisfied with the situation they are in, and then also have them convince their friends that everything is fine with the situation that they are in, right? Everything is okay. Now these guys will do it themselves. The Cryptic Studio don't have to do it. All they have to do is release these dungeons that are super challenging, and these guys will bond. And bonding is not bad, to be honest. The same reason why Cryptic stopped developing guild events and stuff like that, and stopped increasing the stronghold, right? I think that's the same exact thing will start happening once Cryptic Studio decide to go with the dungeoneering stuff that people are asking for. Again, I'm not against dungeoneers. It's just that it's gonna hurt the company, and then the company is gonna hurt everybody in turn, right? And that's not what we want, you know. So that's why I'm warning everybody, like, so that's not a path Cryptic Studios should be trying to get to. What Cryptic Studios should be trying to get to is trying to immerse people into the game, putting people in dungeons and just making people like kill ass like this is not immersive at all. It just make the game more arcadey in a sense. And then if you guys start to add monetization in it, you guys will be forced to go to the drastic measures, and that in turn will make the community hate you guys even more. So that's how it is, you know. It's not like you guys are gonna be selling cosmetic. Nobody really is into that type of thing. Yeah, I know some people are, but it's not much to actually support this game. What you guys really want to do with this game is to immerse people, and that comes from the stories. That's what World of Warcraft used to do, and World of Warcraft actually stopped doing it a little bit, and you guys can actually see what people are saying about World of Warcraft. So what you guys want to do is increase the story, and I'm even regretting a little bit why I started to record this, because I'm not being paid for this. And to be honest, man, like I don't know, like ideas, man, like anybody can come up with ideas, but strategies and basically stuff that will last you longer, like it's I don't want to. I'm gonna get into like 6 dimension with my explanation here, but basically, guys, like you guys do not want to focus on dungeons. You guys do not want to focus on dungeons, and you guys will regret it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like I don't see the future, but when I say like you guys are gonna regret it, you guys will regret it pretty much, and you guys will see why. I've already explained why a little bit, but there are even more reasons why. So Neverwinter released this I call it roadmap, and PvP is not in it at all, right? You guys want to make money, PvP is where you guys want to go. Like ideas for PvP is it's a little difficult to come up with, but trust me, once you come up with something decent for PvP, it's gonna benefit you guys a lot. And PvP is not really the main thing you guys should be focusing on for the game. Like these are not like dungeons and PvP, these are not the main aspect that make the game. These are like parts of the adventure. Like I said, Dungeons and Dragons is about it's dungeons, like dungeons are in it and dragons are in it, but that isn't the core thing. The core thing about Dungeons and Dragons is basically make your own adventure or go on an adventure with friends, right? That's the main thing about it. Now, if you guys really want to create a franchise or whatever, where you guys can actually sell stuff to people and not have people complain about pay to win stuff, you guys can actually develop the lore in this game so well that people will be willing to buy actual physical, like, or like people will be willing to buy like portraits or like cosmetic and stuff like that, and collectibles. Yeah, that's the word I want to say. People will be willing to buy collectible. You guys should like think about nailing a storyline in this game. so well that people will be willing to like kind of like immerse themselves within the game. You guys should not be worrying about dungeons. You guys should not be worrying about dragons. Um, Again, like bonding. If you guys really want to bond people, you guys should actually worry about creating stuff for the guilds, right? That really is gonna bond people. And I told you guys about the guild stuff. If you guys like, you guys already did stuff about the guilds, right? Stronghold, but it's actually a campaign, which is not really what I wanted. Even though I came up with that, like I was one of the people complaining. I mean, talking about how guilds should get like stuff like updates and stuff like that. Somebody's down. I'm not even doing any damage, and I think I'm the only maxed out. Well, these guys are pretty OP. Yeah, I think I'm the only maxed out person here, but it's fine. It's scaling. It's cool. I'm still carrying these guys. I'm sure like if you look at how many enemies kill, I'll probably be pretty high up there. Damage taken. I'll continue explaining what I was explaining earlier. I just gotta look at something real quick. Yeah. Well, that's damage absorbed. Oh boy. Damn, that's nice. I guess not. Alright, so as I was saying, man, like you guys should try to nail down the story of the game. And a lot of MMOs fails to do that, but if there's anywhere that you guys really want to focus with this game right now, it should be the story. I am an explorer in MMO. Like I'm the type of person that will rather just go places and look at things instead of go around and kill ads all day. And I'm sure like a lot of people are. Like it's not casual. Like I don't know. When I think about PVE, I really think about just going easy on everything. I don't think about killing ads and like raiding and stuff. Raiding are pretty hardcore. Um, there is a point. There are super hardcore dungeoneers out there as well. Don't get me wrong. As well as super hardcore PvPers. Um, as for me, like when the PvP is good, like I am super hardcore PvP. But when it comes to PvE stuff, I think I have the best perspective on PvE and how it should be. When it comes to PvE, if you guys say you guys are going to be focusing on PvE for Neverwinter, I think you guys should really focus on the story of the game, because that way people can actually have something to explain, like war story or whatever, to explain about the game. Now, I don't know, I don't even think that's gonna be difficult. Like, this is Dungeons and Dragons. You guys literally have the company with you guys, like, uh, is it Wonder Brothers? I don't even know. Like, you guys have the company that was behind Dungeons and Dragons, the people who created it and stuff. You guys have them. You guys have connection with them. You guys can actually focus on the story of the game instead of wasting time on dungeons. Because if you guys start doing dungeons, like, believe me, guys, like you guys will run out pretty soon. You guys will like burn out pretty soon, and you guys will not benefit in the end. If you guys are looking for commercialization in the Neverwinter, dungeons is not a way to go. To be honest, um, you guys will really lose, and I'll be I'll be happy like to be right again, um because I've been right a crazy lot of time about this game, and but I'll also be sad to see the game actually go in the direction uh in the opposite direction when I've actually given a crazy lot of feedback about it. Now I don't know if people watch my video, people from Cryptic watch my video, but it's just how it is, man. The big voices out there, like a lot of them are really talking about dungeons and stuff, and the big voices for PvP are not even here. So I mean, either way, right? Like the company doesn't succeed on putting a crazy lot of focusing on PvP mainly, and I'm sure they are not going to succeed focusing on I mean on dungeons, because PvP and dungeons are the same thing. It's just that the people who play those type of stuff have different interests, like in the type of challenge. PvPers want to be challenged by other players. Dungeoneers want to be challenged by AIs, and basically the bosses in game and stuff like that. So either way, we are both the same people. It's just that we like different type of things. So you guys are still not gonna succeed in the end, to be honest. So that's just my perspective on it. As for PvP and dungeons, now you guys are wondering, like, then how are we gonna please the PvPer, and how are we gonna please the dungeoneers and stuff? We have Icewind Dale here, okay? We have Stardock here. We have Gotham Grim. We have Stronghold. All you guys have to do to bring this game back is basically revert the skills. I mean, not revert the skill, like revert. I mean, bring the modules skills back. Bring the skill back. And if you guys want to actually balance the game, I mean, actually like keep the game full with people from the old system all the way to now. Basically what you guys can do is bring the old skills back and take those skills and put them into a specific category that only works in specific situations, right? Like these super active skills, like shot I mean how do you call it, RTC and stuff like that, with the cooldowns and all that stuff being so high, it's not really that interesting for new old players, because they've experienced a much better PvP system. They've experienced a better combat system as compared to like these new guys who are just experiencing. Help me up, bro. I don't even know why I'm here, bro. Mother of heavens. Yeah, that sucks. Um, Basically, the only way you guys are gonna please the veterans and basically bring an end to everything is basically bring back those skills, our skill tree, bring everything back and make them work for the dungeons. Basically, when we are in the PvE area, right, we cannot access those skills, right? But when we are in the I mean, it could be any way, right? But you guys have to bring those skills back. Like, I don't really see any way that Neverwinter is gonna be as good at this as it used to be, with all the skills and all the cooldowns and all the advantages that people used to have with everything gone, right? I don't really think this game is gonna be as fun as it used to be. So bring those skills back, and for those skills that can really abuse content within like dungeons and stuff, take those one out. Like don't take them back. Like just put a limit on them. Like say this only work in this situation. This only work in this situation, right? With like Courage Breaker, right? Say when you enter PV, when you enter a dungeon, Courage Breaker have this amount of cooldown duration on it, and it's static, right? It doesn't change unless you leave the dungeon, right? If you enter PvP, the cooldown on Courage Breaker it's gonna be like the same way it used to be in the old modules, right? And stuff like that. Like, I'm sure there's a way to bring back those skills and those abilities and to please the veterans and to please everybody, because right now you guys already watch my videos. Like, I'm sure you guys used to watch my video, because when I talked about stuff like getting extra reward for like Astro Diamonds, when Astro Diamonds, like, we had like this little issue with it, like people were not getting a lot of Astro Diamonds. When I talk about it, you guys actually responded, and the game came back to life. The only thing else that made the people run away back, I mean run away again, is because like the skills and basically the game itself was just, it wasn't holding people at all. Like, and I think the final thing that is holding this game back is basically the skills. With the cooldowns on these skills, like 18 seconds, 100 seconds and stuff, this is not a top target game. This is not a World of Warcraft clone. This is Neverwinter, right? You guys can do absolute better than this, right? Oh man, I missed. I should have dodged roll, but then I goofed. Oh, yeah, you guys have to bring the skill back, guys. You guys have to bring the skill back. There's no other way to fix this game than bringing the skills back and just doing exactly what I said. Like, put some limitation on it. Like, this only work this way in this situation. This only work this way in this situation. And if you guys, like, all the time you guys are going to spend working on something that is going to fail, if you guys actually spend it working on that, the game is going to be good. Apart from that, like, there's nothing else. Like, in few days from now, I'm actually going to stop playing this thing. um I'm just, I don't know. I've already hit max, to be honest. Like, I've already hit max, and Minimi is asking me to go help him quest. Hold up. Oh yeah, he added me. That's not Minimi, that's a troll. But guys, like, that's what I want to say, man. Thanks for watching. If you guys are from Cryptic watching this, just know we all love this game, and we really bash at it sometimes, but we do it because, like, you guys, sometimes you guys really don't really release stuff that really works out like in a way that we were expecting, and sometimes it's just really it's full of disaster. It's a really sometimes when you release a module, it's like a catastrophe. um so this is my final pretty much help video about how we can fix this game. And if you guys do this within a few, like, within this few weeks, like after this exact video, I'm gonna be waiting. If I don't hear anything about this video, like if I don't get a patch or any hints that you guys are trying actually watch this video, or you guys are actually trying to do something that I explain in this video, then it means that my channel really, there's no reason to have this channel. And you know, I already supported you guys. Like I told you guys, right? Like, if at some point, like back in the days, I really didn't have any means to support the game, so I was a free-to-play player. But I did get a little means to support you guys, and I did that. So you guys know that I really care about the game. And most of the advice that I've been giving, most of the prediction that I've been making about this game, majority of it have come true, and I've been completely honest with you guys. When you guys slip up, like with the confusion statistics stuff that you guys release, even though the entire stats, everything was the same, just so you guys can make money from us. With me explaining that you guys absolutely know that I know what you guys did. I tested it out, and nobody knows stats about this game as much as I do. Um, I'm just confident about that. There's nothing else I want to prove. So that's all I want to say. If you guys want to like in the future, I don't know if you guys really want to like get in touch with me. You guys already know my email or whatever. Troll Titan. If you guys want a professional connection, I don't know. Maybe I can give you guys my auto email or whatever. But Troll Titan is enough, right? So that's how it is, guys. Like I don't know what else to say about Neverwinter. I'm actually going to take a little break because I'm actually facing some little issue. Um, yeah, with my school stuff, like I told you guys, my college teacher is Korean, and he's teaching us computer programming, and we are doing it on pen and paper, and it's just a mess. In this era right now, I think college uh, education system it's really old. It's really old, and it just doesn't work. Majority of the programmers you're gonna see out here nowadays, we help each other. We go on Stack Overflows and we release some tips and stuff that some tricks that we found out. And the main thing here is that nobody have the capacity to memorize every single syntax, every single code, every single programming language there is, right? Unless you were like born like a Rain Man or something, you don't have that capacity. So and that's how we do. We share stuff. We are not like super static about the type of language that we try to learn, because in the future, if we work in a different environment, things are going to change. Like you may be learning Java today, and then tomorrow your boss say, oh, we have a new application that you guys should build that's really going to change the game, and this application have a different language and you guys have to learn it. So it's not like that, right? Like college is stuck teaching people with pen and paper, but that's not how things work, to be honest. Because nowadays, if you don't know how something works, you just go to YouTube or you just Google it and it just works, especially when it comes to programming. So I don't really know exactly what they are trying to teach me how to think logically. I'm not the type of person that don't think logically. Um, and it's annoying, but that's the problem I'm facing right now. But I think because I'm paying to go there, I should really try to focus on that instead of Neverwinter. As I said, like I already gave my overall what Neverwinter should be about, and I think I've helped Neverwinter in the past. um, I told I explained back when I was playing Battle Right. I told you guys that dungeon is not the main thing here. Neverwinter should slow down on the type of content that is it was creating, and that's exactly what they are trying to do right now. They are trying to slow down, and so I predicted this like way in 2018, and it's just 2020 that they are actually trying to do that, and the game is already like taking a toll, right? So my prediction right now is basically, if you guys want to make this game great, you guys should stop worrying about dungeons and stop worrying about PvP. And if you guys want to make this game great, you guys should start. If you guys want to start from anywhere, it should be the lore and trying to get people actually invested into the story of the game, because that's something that can really be impactful to the player on a different level and actually make them want to cosplay, right? You guys could eventually have your own like uh gathering situation where like people from Neverwinter actually cosplay their favorite characters and go to so and so event and stuff like that. And like Dungeons and Dragons, that I think that's the most brilliant part that you guys are just missing out on. And I'm working on my game. My game is not anything that is going to be compared to a triple A game like Neverwinter. I don't know if it's Neverwinter or triple A game. Um, so my game is not going to be compared to a game like Neverwinter with like an actual company behind it. I'm just a single guy, and I'm just an indie guy. So it's not. I don't have that much. Like I'm gonna be honest, the game I'm making is not. There's nothing compared to what you guys can make or any other company can make. So it's like a hobby type of stuff that I'm doing here. But basically, that's what I'm gonna do in my game. And that's all, man. Like I'm pretty much done with explaining about politics behind Neverwinter. Uh, I've already mastered my character, so I'm not gonna be explaining about pay to win Neverwinter. As you guys know, I already have a crazy load of Zen and a crazy load of AD, and I bought those. So, and I had no other option because I wanted to test the game, so I had to like buy them and test them out, the enchants and stuff. So I'm not going to talk about Neverwinter being pay to win and stuff and why it's bad and why it's good or whatever. I'm not going to be streaming Neverwinter like as if I'm trying to support the developers, uh, because that's not my job. My job is to enter the game and just play it because I want to. My job is to basically take care of my part of the situation, which is I am a gamer. I contribute with my presence in the game, and if I leave, there's one person left. I mean, lost out of the population. And as you guys can see, the gamers do have impact on the game. If you don't have a lot of them, there's an issue, right? Um, so that's how it is. Basically, if you guys want more gamers in here, you guys should focus on the lore of Neverwinter. Um, you guys should create your own lore if there's none, that you guys can really pinpoint. You guys should actually create one and let people who want to like make predictions and make people who want to like uh, storytelling and stuff like that. I think that's what Neverwinter should be about, and that's what people like complain when you guys took away the make an adventure stuff, because people are interested in story. I am interested in story. I am an explorer. I'm now a dungeoneer. I'm now a PvPer. I am an explorer. I'm not an explorer, an adventurer. I'm not a dungeoneer. I'm now a PvPer. I'm just a basic gamer who came in here interested in Neverwinter and the lore and the D&D lore and stuff like that. So that's what I want to say, guys. So guys, thanks for watching. I cannot really extend this any longer, but this is a super long video, and I just really want to express everything that I felt about this game, with the Zen store, with the stats in this game, actually being the same old team but being a little confusing, so you can spend extra money, and everything like that. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys. If you're new to my channel and you reached this far, subscribe as usual. Leave a comment, tell me how you feel about this game, and if I'm wrong with my prediction about this game, and which path this game should be going into. Let me know about that, and that's all it is. My name is Blade the Reaper. My name used to be 6Blade9, but when I changed to a Dragonborn, I became a reincarnate of the dragon of the Dragon Ball race, and now my name is actually Blade the Reaper. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out, man. Enjoy yourself. This game is probably gonna die in few years from now if they continue with this path. And until then, enjoy yourself, guys. Peace out.